All right, let's pick up Raymond. Come on, Raymond, you're on the Voice of Texas.
Hi, I wanted to talk about that oil roundtable that President Trump just did. Those were some really smart execs around that table. They knew how to play Donnie like a fiddle. They told him exactly what he wants to hear. Nobody told him that, gee, dummy, you can't extract any of that oil for at least 10 years. And none of them are going to invest a dime in Venezuela. Who would be dumb enough to invest anything in a country with all that instability, let alone our own instability here?
Yeah, well, I
hey,
think Trump and the people around them know that. So their initial objective.
So this is like a reality show.
Well,
this is like
just
a reality show, right?
Well, I mean, if you want to have a conversation, I'll have it with you, and then you can respond. But I think they want to get the service companies like Schlumberger in there who can restart the sort of the low-hanging fruit, probably kick it up to 300,000 to 500,000 barrels a day fairly easily by replacing some of the equipment that's there. But you're right, there's not going to be any long-term investment in there until they get the security situation under control.
Right, and that probably is going to take a popularly elected.
Yeah, you're going to have the support of the Venezuelan people.
Right.
Right now, the old clique is running the country, and Trump's counting on them, sort of bending to his will as long as Trump maintains the barrel of a gun pointed at him. So we'll see how far they're willing to go and whether or not they're willing to play ball. But I would think that eventually they're going to be out in some form or fashion. They may have to be out of the country for, because they got those roving gangs on the streets that are run by the defense minister and the interior minister that can cause all sorts of havoc.
Really bad news, bad guys, bad outfits.
Basically, they're the Venezuelan mob with the controlled by their government.
It's an oligarch mob. They're a bunch of socialists or communists, but they divide up. A group gets the oil gigs, people get the food gigs, people get the pharmaceutical.
So is your name Andy?
And they're all it's all being fueled by the guy that was the head of the cartel, which was Maduro.
Yeah, is your name Andy? Is that correct?
No,
Andy?
It's Raymond.
Raymond, you don't speak Trump. I can tell by the way you're talking. Those of us that have been watching him forever and been through this, we understand when he's trolling, and we understand when he's sort of doing this stream of consciousness conversation with himself. It's really everybody else is kind of just looking at his thought process as what you're being, the picture that's being displayed. But yeah, there's a bunch of comments that are never going to be acted on with the people around him are that don't support and just roll their
Raymond,
eyes.
you get a response. Go. Come on, Raymond.
We know you don't like it.
Let him go, Ben. Raymond,
what do you think's more real? What do you think's more real? Us profiting from Venezuelan oil, tariffs, or Donnie's phony trade deals? Which is the most real? None of them?
I think probably all three are real.
Well,
I think
they're all BS.
Well, no, I think that if you mean profiting from tariffs, I think we are collecting tax revenue from the tariffs, and it's kind of funny to me. The Democrats always wanted a tax increase. You just don't like this one.
No. Foreign countries paying the tariffs.
Part of it,
I
part of it.
In all billions and gazillions.
Part of it they're paying.
Ben, what part?
The manufacturers in China, for example, are absorbing part of the cost increase. They're paying a part of it. The exchange rate is offsetting a part of it, and the American consumer is paying a part of it.
Yeah, well, it's whoever has to pay the duty when it hits the
Doesn't
US
matter. It's who's actually incurring the cost. It's right now it's spread out in the supply chain.
All right. Well, that much is true, and we'll see when it hits. All right, Raymond, keep calling
Thank you,
back.
Raymond.
We'll take Democrat calls anytime. All right, let's go to Andy. Come on, Andy. You're on